Now, thanks for staying with us. There are a range of scams targeted at businesses where scammers will use deliberately misleading sales technique to persuade businesses to part with their money. Common scams include publishing, advertising, and directory scams, unnecessary services and unsolicited goods scams, advance free fraud, and investment scams. Some scams are targeted at individuals who run successful businesses on the assumption that these people may have high incomes or access to investment capital. Now, these scams are also targeted at private investors who are assumed to have disposable capital. Investment scams are often marketed through call centers known as boiler rooms. They persuade individuals to buy into high-risk investment with the promise of exceptional investment return. Now, this investment might include shares in small, high-growth companies, precious metals and gemstones, fine wine and arts, speculative land investments, and forestry carbon credits and energy investments. So sometimes the investments are real, but the true risks are not communicated properly to the investor. So in other cases, the investment just does not exist at all. Although people in business often think that they would spot such a scam and avoid it, the victims of this scam tend to have been successful and well respected in their working life, whether running their own businesses or at the top management and professionals. So how do you know how to spot rather a fraudulent investment opportunity? That's our conversation for tonight. So please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join this conversation. Tweet at us at WaitShowAfrica1 with the hashtag WaitShow, or send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. All right, so let me quickly ask Elsie and Jennifer before I begin our guest. Do you know how to spot, fraudulent business investment opportunities, or have you been defrauded before?
Do I look like somebody that...
Elsie, you're too sharp.
It's not about being sharp, just that I like my money. I like seeing my money like this. Oh, this is my money. Let me go this and eat it. But I think when it comes to this fraudulent activities, I like the sectors you mentioned. But when it comes to Nigeria, and I have seen them in real estate, agriculture, the Ponzi scheme kind of thing, you put this and you get double money back. And I think I get the red flag when I see the amounts they tell you
you will make.
I mean, if you tell me to give you 100K and in 1 month I'm getting even 150,000, I'm beginning to calculate in my head, like, where are you putting the money? What business is it that is this lucrative that everybody don't know about it to put in their money and get 50% return in a month? Business is not that easy. Businesses are closing down. Like, we're in a global pandemic. So I think for me it's just the return on investment. When you tell me it's so and so figure in a space of time, I get worried.
All right, so Jennifer, what do you think about the crypto?
Okay, so I won't lie, I've actually done a Ponzi scheme before, where I was actually defrauded. Not like I headed one. I wasn't. I wasn't the owner of the business, and that was MMM.
Yeah. Oh, you were part of Maverick. What did they call it?
I won't lie. At the beginning of MMM, I actually made money. My friends and I made money.
Some people will make
money.
But
towards the end, I lost a substantial amount.
So
but
overall, was it a plus for you or a negative?
It was a plus for me because I actually made more than I lost. Yeah, okay. I made more than I lost. In fact, I invited my mother inside.
So you are the type of people they used to bring the people they finally defrauded. So Jennifer has made it. Let me go and borrow 1 million naira for somebody to put there, and bam, your leg is there.
I'm looking at her.
So after that experience, when, like Elsie said, once the return on investment seems like a lot, you have to ask questions. Now I ask the proper questions. I'm a risk taker, but at the same time, I'm still very, very careful. Absolutely. So I need to know where you're putting my money in. What are you investing in? What are you doing with the money that you're telling me you're going to give me? Even 30% is a lot. I still feel it's a lot of money. 30% is a lot. Or the worst part is when you tell me 50. Come on.
Okay. Let me bring in our guest. Chidi Uguru currently leads the business development team at RISEVEST. RISE is a digital wealth manager that supports asset managers and cooperatives to provide its members with high returns on investment. Before joining RISE, Chidi served as a tax advisor at a Big Four firm for 7 years plus, and she joined the Nigerian tech ecosystem by joining Big Cabal Media as the head of strategic partnership. In that position, she helped BCM increase its revenue by 150%. Okay, now, and implement internal processes. And she's the right person to be talking about it because I want to hear how she did that 150% return. And she's joined us live in studio. I saw you chuckling. And Jennifer, well, you know, Chidi is so interesting.
I have so much judgment for Jennifer. I do.
I was a young woman trying to make money.
Jennifer, are you old
before
now?
NYSC.
Oh.
I mean, I was going for service and I needed money.
And you made it.
Do you understand? And I did, you know.
But the other people suffered this.
I'm very sorry on their behalf.
Chidi, so you know, I mean, I just wanted to hear your thoughts before I would ask you a question. What were you thinking?
And a lot of things I was thinking, I can't say on TV, but it was, I remember that period. I remember lots of people, especially me, going, you definitely do not want to put your money in this sort of thing. Ponzi schemes are the things where if you find them on time, because she says it was a net positive for her, it's one of the things that if you find them on time, you're one of the ones that get out mostly unscathed. And then the people that you brought in they have to work for their own salvation because you've brought them in and they've basically done Peter to Paul, so they've paid you and they need to find to pay them, and that's when the difficulty comes in. And lots of people for some reason were expecting MMM money for December. I remember it was about December that everything
that Christmas was bad.
Everything went crazy, and I was in the airport when it went bust, and everyone just went, wait, like, people were attacking airport people. I'm like, what does this airport person have to do with your money? But yeah, Ponzi schemes, please stay away from them.
Stay away from them, never again.
I don't believe you.
But you know, so let me stay on Jennifer for a bit because that was the first question I was going to ask you. Do you think the personality of people also gets them in trouble when it comes to investment? Because Jennifer is a risk taker. You can obviously tell that she's someone that will just, you know what, okay, let me just take the risk. So how much does personality play when it comes to making wrong decisions when it and you're not able to now see the red flags, you know, investing in scam businesses?
You've turned me to a therapist too. I'm going to add it to my list of accomplishments. I would there's risk taking, but there's also the thing that I found interesting in what you said was you were an NYC person looking to supplement your income. So it wasn't just about being a risk taker. What you find with people that either trying to get into Ponzi schemes or even just investments in whole without understanding what it's about, they go, I'm just trying to make money to meet this immediate need. And so what they need is a short-term thing that will give them fast turnaround. And you said you came in, you got out, and you got other people. And then it was, oh, I saw that you came in and got out, but they're all getting out, their leg, it hooks somewhere. But risk-taking probably means that you will probably be more attuned to wanting to, just like, let me see what's about. And if I make money, I'll cut out quickly. But the thing is, people are watching you, and they're going, if Jennifer can't do it, she doesn't have two heads. Why can't I do it? And you probably are going, the way like crypto bros and all of us are, everyone's like, yeah, when it was 500% return, everyone is like shouting there. So there's FOMO as well. And it's like all these people that have taken this risk, they don't have two heads. They live in Lekki, same as me. What's the issue? And so you need to, it's not just about you. It's about the people that you bring in, and when you've cashed out, they then are stuck. And then all the gains you've made, you have to then be helping them. Because she's the one that said she would did MMM. You didn't say it. I would have been pointing. I'm sorry.
So, aside risk takers too, there are people that are just greedy. They just want to gather money. But you know, I already said for me, once I see the return on investment and how large or small it is, then I begin to ask questions. So you are the expert, correct us if we're wrong. And what are the other things we should look out for, or people should look out for when they want to invest? Because people are falling for too many scams in Nigeria at the moment.
It is kind of sad. It is very sad, not kind of sad. the percentages are obviously a red flag. And once you see a flyer that goes with packages, so sapphire package, gold package, and they have a determinate number for you. So it's not just about the percentages. They go, if you put in 100, I'm giving you 500. If you're playing, even in the stock market, you don't know for certain where you will land. You have historical trends that tell you this stock or this market has historically returned 10 to 15%. So what you know or what you're expecting is perhaps a 10 to 15% return in a good market. Like today, stocks are bleeding. It's not just crypto that's bleeding. Stocks are going haywire. And people are like, do I sell off? It's like, okay, for stocks, it's going down, but you know that you invested in a business. You know that businesses have business cycles. And so perhaps wait it out. For Ponzi schemes, they're not telling you there might be cycles. So once you go, they don't go, bring 100, I give you, you're a money doubler. Where's your calabash so that we can, so that we can just close the situation. So, and also if they're pretty insistent, if you hear things like, this is a one-time deal, if you don't get in now, why? So
there's a sense of urgency.
Yes. So, and that's why the people then target the ones that have needs almost immediately. So it's like, if you don't get in now, you can't pay your school fees. If you don't get in now, you can't. And we're in a country that people need money. Prices are going up. And so if you hear of an opportunity that you can immediately double to Naira to pay and buy mineral,
you will jump at it.
You will jump at it. So it's not always greed. It's just the need is in front of you.
The economy.
And it looks so good at that time. It's like, if I take this risk, in fact, sometimes they know it's a Ponzi, and it's like, if I take this risk, I will be one of the people to get in early and get out. And then sorry to everybody else. And so it's, if they're promising you that it will meet your immediate need, like, because investing is about time. If they're not advising you to take 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and telling you that there are risks, but then also there are conservative rates, there's a problem. If you see the flyer, it has, those packages annoy me so much. Sapphire, gold, bronze, and you know, we like
platinum.
Exactly, like you get platinum, so it's like, if I get platinum, so I can buy a house in Banana Island. It's like, not really, no. The people that have houses in Banana, it took a while before that happened, or there was inheritance money from somewhere. It wasn't just, it didn't just fall in your lap. You sound like people have approaches, like, as I'm saying these things, you're like, I remember this person.
But let Jennifer come in first.
I think it's because there are lots of businesses out there that we know are doing things like that. I don't want to name them, but we know you.
But we know you.
Yeah, we know you. So how can we tell when an investment company isn't real? Aside all that you've mentioned now.
It's a lot of dedicated research, honestly. And it's something you should take importantly because it's your money. You went to work and sat under lights, or you sat in Lagos traffic. It's your money. You have to care about who you're giving it to. And so I researched people so much. Like, even before I joined RISEVEST, to make sure that they were a legit company, I researched the owner. I went all the way back to their tweets. I looked at all the thought leadership that they were putting out to be sure that it was consistent with what I knew about economics and how things play out. And so there's lots of having to sit down and research about the people that you're giving your money to and asking questions like, what are your historical trends? What are the people you've paid out to? There's sometimes you put in money and they go, and they go, oh, okay, you can't take it out. What do you mean? And it's like, okay, I want to take it out. And the thing you hear is, if you keep it in just 2 more days, I will give you 2% more. Where did that 2% come from? It has to be coming from like
somewhere else, somebody else's money.
Where is that 2% from? Because if we can all snap and get 2%, why didn't you offer me the 2% in the beginning? Why do I have to wait? But if you have things that give you the contracts and say you have between 3 to 6 months, the market acts in this way, so we expect a 10 to 15% return for you. There are risks that the market will go crazy, like it has done today. What we advise is that you don't then rush to liquidate, that you hold until the market has corrected itself. But they will spell out the risks for you. It won't be a guaranteed 20K. Give me 100, I give you 20K. That's a loan now.
Okay, so
You know what else? Let's go on a break because I would like for us to break down some other aspects because they are still good investment, right?
Of course.
And there's also the difference between good fraudulent investment and bad investment.
Yes.
You know, so we should be able to separate the
Of course.
two so that we know where we stand. Yeah. So it's not looking like we just fell into
Don't
the hands
invest
of
in
scammer.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, but we'll take a very short break. When we return, we'll continue the conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.